This is the Hohem iSteady V3. It's a 3-axis phone gimbal that's super user-friendly and portable. It's perfect for daily vlogging, live streaming, FaceTime calls, or for simply capturing smooth footage with your phone. Before we talk about the features of this gimbal, let's quickly see what you get in the box. Here's the packaging. Let's open it up. We got a charging cable and a hex tool here, a storage pouch for the gimbal, and finally the iSteady V3. It's about the same size as my iPhone 15 Pro Max. One move to open it up, and you can even extend it. There's a built-in tripod, which is really nice. Alright, let's get into the specs. This thing is super easy to set up. Just flip it open, get your phone in there, hold down the power button, and you're good to go. It has the usual controls that you find on gimbals, like the trigger button on the back that you can press and hold to lock your shot. You can also double tap it in order to recenter everything. And then if you triple tap it, the gimbal rotates your phone between front facing and back facing. There's a mode button here to cycle through the different gimbal modes. You have pan follow, pan and tilt follow, POV, and then all lock mode, which is similar to holding down the trigger button. If you double press the mode button, it changes between landscape and portrait mode. And if you triple press the mode button, it does the Inception 180-degree roll. Underneath that is the shutter button to start and stop recording or take photos. There's also a little joystick here so that you can pan and tilt your gimbal around. Next to this are these little arrows that you can use to roll your shot. If you press and hold the joystick in, it can also turn on and off the fill light, which you can then control with the little arrow buttons. So yeah, it's a gimbal and it does what you expect a gimbal to do. But here are 5 features that I think make the iSteady V3 stand out from the rest. I'm going to start off with my favorite feature of this gimbal. You probably already noticed this little module on here. It's not just the fill light, but also the AI tracker. It's attached magnetically and can easily be flipped around. This allows you to use hand gestures in order to control the gimbal. To start the tracking, you give it the OK sign, and the indicator light turns green to let you know it's following you. You put your palm up to stop the tracking, and the indicator light turns red. Say you don't want to be centered and want to compose yourself on a different part of the screen. Just put up the double L framing sign, and the indicator light flashes green. Go ahead and reposition yourself, and then put the sign back up. Now you're reframed. If you want to switch from landscape to portrait mode, give it the double thumbs up. And if you want to switch back, point your thumbs to the side and it quickly switches back. You can also control the shutter by giving it the double shaka hand sign. This will trigger a 3-second countdown for taking a photo or video. If you're taking a video, just give the hand sign again and it stops recording. This is awesome because you don't have to use any dedicated app in order to use this tracker. Whether you're filming straight to TikTok or just using your camera app, it'll still be able to do the tracking. Just hope your dance doesn't involve a lot of thumb gestures. The second standout feature is this built-in extension rod. It has a nice 205mm extension selfie stick here that you just have to pull out. You can then angle it here at the end. It has a really strong hinge so you can get all kinds of creative shots. You're able to get more height with it or get those down low shots. For me, it's perfect to capture this furry creature. The dog, not my girlfriend. Next is this built-in tripod, so you can pretty much place it on any flat surface. The legs pull out from the bottom and flip out. They're really thin metal sticks, but they just work. It also helps keep everything compact and lightweight. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but the next feature on here is the fill light. It makes shooting in dark areas really easy. On the side is this orange dial that's used to control the fill light. You just hold it in to turn it on, and then use the dial to brighten or dim the light. If you double tap the dial, you can change the color tone between cool, warm, and neutral light. The final feature that makes this gimbal awesome is the detachable remote control. You can take the remote out, so you can control all the functions away from the gimbal. There's even a button here on the side that acts like the trigger button on the gimbal. Now I know I said that you can use any app that you want to with this gimbal, and you can, even if you wanted to use the Notes app. You can if you really want to. Hohem does have an app though that's called the Hohem Joy, and it's actually pretty good. A cool thing with the app is if you want to track something or an object or that furry creature from earlier, you just have to draw a box around it and it'll start tracking them. There's a bunch of filters and scenes on the app that you can mess around with, like raindrop control and dolly zoom. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this app. More importantly though, you can adjust the parameters of the gimbal, like the motor response or rotate speed, or if you need to reverse the joystick directions. It charges via USB-C and has a 13-hour battery life, so unless you're doing a 24-hour live marathon, you pretty much don't have to worry about running low on battery. There's a 1/4-20 mount on the bottom in case you want to mount it to an extension pole or a tripod. And finally, this does come in 2 colors. I have the Shadow Black here, but it also comes in Arctic White. I actually had a lot of fun using this gimbal. It has so many features and it's just so small. I technically could fit it in my pants pocket, but it's just really portable. Alright, I think I'm done here. I need to go learn some new dances for TikTok.
First with the beamer, now I want the bands. Spending all the bag like here I go again.